Harry reveals he killed 25 Taliban fighters. Prince's astonishing revelation as he describes how, during his second tour of duty in Afghanistan, he took out insurgents but saw them as chess pieces taken off the board, not people.
Prince Harry revealed in his memoir that he killed 25 Taliban fighters during his second tour of duty in Afghanistan. The Duke of Sussex, who was known as Captain Wales in the military, wrote that he did not think of those killed as people but instead chess pieces he had taken off the board. Harry, who during his second tour flew an Apache attack helicopter, said it was not a fact that filled me with satisfaction, but I was not ashamed either. This is the first time that Harry, 38, has specified the number of insurgents he personally killed during his time in Afghanistan, where he went in both 2007, 8 and 2012. In spare, the prince said that he flew on 6 missions that resulted in the taking of human lives in his leaked autobiography. Meghan was offended when she was reprimanded for telling Kate that she must have baby brain. While many soldiers do not know how many enemies they have killed in combat, the Duke wrote that in the era of Apaches and laptops he was able to say with exactness the number of insurgents he killed. He wrote, "And it seemed to me essential not to be afraid of that number. So my number is 25. It's not a number that fills me with satisfaction, but nor does it embarrass me." Harry wrote that you can't kill people if you see them as people and said he instead saw them as chess pieces removed from the board. Bad guys eliminated. The prince was first deployed to Helmand province as a forward air controller in 2007, but his first tour of duty was cut short when an Australian magazine broke a media embargo by mistake. However, he returned in 2012 with the Ministry of Defense publicizing his second deployment on the understanding that the media would allow him to get on with the job at hand. After he learned to fly Apache helicopters, Harry was deployed to Camp Bastion in southern Afghanistan in 2012 where he stayed for 20 weeks. During his 2012 tour, Harry helped provide helicopter support to the International Security Assistance Force and Afghan forces operating throughout Helmand Province. Based out of Camp Bastion, 662 Squadron Army Air Corps, to which he belonged, flew more than 100 deliberate missions over 2,500 flying hours, providing surveillance, deterrence and, when required, close combat attack capabilities as well as escort duties for other aircraft. Captain Wales qualified as a co-pilot gunner in February 2012. He was posted to 3 Regiment Army Air Corps, part of 16 Air Assault Brigade, to gain further flying experience and to operate the Apache on a number of exercises before deploying to Afghanistan in September 2012. Harry trained to fly in the front seat as the mission or aircraft commander but the majority of the time operated the Apache's sights, sensors and weapons systems. The revelation of how many enemy combatants he killed could escalate fears for his personal safety as Prince Harry has been long regarded as a terrorist target due to his royal status and military links. It comes amid an ongoing legal battle with the Home Office not to provide full police protection for Harry and his family when visiting the UK. The Duke's barrister said he does not feel safe when he is in the UK, having lost his taxpayer-funded security when he and his wife gave up royal duties. He has previously been regarded as a target for terrorists due to his 2 deployments to Afghanistan, as well as being a member of the royal family. Harry revealed some details of his deployment to Afghanistan in 2013 after returning home. Asked if he had killed during his deployment, the 28-year-old prince said matter-of-factly, "Yeah, so lots of people have. The squadron's been out here. Everyone's fired a certain amount." He added, "Take a life to save a life, that's what we revolve around. If there's people trying to do bad stuff to our guys, then we'll take them out of the game. I'm not here on a free pass. Our job out here is to make sure the guys are safe on the ground and if that means shooting someone who is shooting them, then we will do it. Harry was hailed by his colleagues and superiors as being on top of his game during the tour. He was given no special treatment and worked, ate and slept in the same basic conditions as the other pilots. It was, in his own words, as normal as it's going to get. I'm one of the guys, I don't get treated any differently. He admitted that his work is interspersed with periods of intense boredom while waiting for a call-out, and he whiled away his time watching DVDs and playing computer games. He even allowed himself to be photographed wearing a silly Santa hat, complete with blonde plates, to make his colleagues breakfast at Christmas and turn on their festive lights. His father Charles, he revealed, had sent him a food parcel containing a jar of Clarence House garden honey and a box of huge Cuban cigars. Harry's tell-all autobiography Spare was due for publication on January 10 but has already gone on sale in Spain. The book leak also reveals King Charles pleaded with his warring sons William and Harry not to make his final years a misery at meeting following death of Prince Philip. Harry called his therapist before his wife Meghan after being knocked to the floor by his brother. Duke of Sussex claims William and Kate told him to wear a Nazi uniform to a fancy dress party. Princes Harry and William refer to each other as Willie and Harold. King Charles allegedly told Harry's mother Princess Diana on the day that he was born, "Wonderful. Now you've given me an heir and a spare, my work is done." Prince William pointed a finger at Meghan and called her rude during furious row sparked when Duchess told Kate she must have baby brain because of her hormones, new book claims. Jack Wright for Mail Online and Kate Mansi, assistant editor for the Mail on Sunday. Prince Harry has sensationally claimed that his brother William called Meghan rude and pointed a finger at her during a furious bust-up after the Duchess of Sussex told Kate that she must have baby brain because of her hormones. Details of the alleged row have appeared in Harry's Bombshell memoir Spare, which has been published in Spain. Harry writes that Meghan made the comment during the run-up to the Sussexes' wedding in May 2018. After apparently upsetting Kate, Harry says Meghan apologized and insisted that is how she speaks to her friends. But Harry then claims that William pointed a finger at Meghan thundered, "Well, it's rude, Meghan. These things are not done here." Meghan then allegedly retorted, "If you don't mind, keep your finger out of my face." A well-placed source told the Mail. In the book Harry says that there was a discussion about the timing of the wedding rehearsal and the flower girl dresses and Kate was very upset. Meghan said that Kate must have baby brain because of her hormones. It caused a huge row because Meghan was told that she wasn't close enough to her sister-in-law to discuss her hormones and it wasn't the way people spoke to each other within the royal family. The book makes clear that Meghan felt the fallout wasn't her fault, but it doesn't exactly make her look very good either. In an extraordinary development, Harry, who reveals that the brothers called each other Harold and Willie, details the extent of the rift between the brothers. Using language in the book that appears designed to shock, Harry describes his brother as my arch-nemesis. The detail about the fight between the women, however, gives the fullest account yet about how the bitter rift extended to their wives. Meghan first discussed the row with Kate during her interview with Oprah Winfrey 2 years ago. When Oprah asked if reports were true that she had made Kate cry, Meghan replied saying the reverse happened, adding, "It made me cry and it really hurt my feelings. It was a really hard week of the wedding and she was upset about something but she owned it and she apologized." Harry will reveal that the brothers had countless physical fights from childhood upwards. One of the worst in recent years was over the way in which William shared his views on Meghan. A source said, Harry doesn't hold back on William. He writes that William told him, "Meg is difficult, she's rude, she's abrasive. She's been rude to the staff." Harry says that William called him names, that he wanted Harry to agree with him but that he became enraged when Harry had the audacity not to follow the script. William grabbed him by the collar, ripping his necklace and pushed him to the floor. More allegations look set to emerge not only from the book but during a third television interview, the Mail has learned. as well as television appearances with Anderson Cooper in the US and Tom Bradby for Britain's ITV. Harry has granted another interview to broadcaster and former American football player Michael Strahan. The 90-minute interview with Strahan is expected to be broadcast on U.S. television early next week to coincide with Tuesday's book launch. A source said, "There will be many more revelations and discussion about the book, so the royal family will want to brace themselves."